coffee
All right.
tastes so much better in a Yeti.
Yes, it does. Yetis are good.
This episode is also brought to you by Stanley.
There's only one Stanley Cup that matters,
The Yeti.
and it's about this tall, with a bowl on top.
Could you imagine eating like a huge thing of like Lucky Charms out of that motherfucker?
Oh, dude.
You're talking about dream come true.
As much as I'm loving the World Series right now with the Yankees and Dodgers, there's only one trophy that you could drink a beer out of, and that's the Stanley.
That's Stanley Cup. I would like that thing filled with like Lucky Charms or something. Ooh, Golden Grams. Golden Grams.
Hey, it's Halloween time. Fill that motherfucker up with kind of chocolate. Ooh. Fat kid's wet dream.
We gotta stop talking about food. There's like kids and shit starving in Africa.
Yeah, starving kids in like Alabama and shit.
Alabama. There's probably a starving kid in the apartment complex where you're at.
Meanwhile, here we are talking about Lucky Charms and the Stanley Cup. I'm eating ramen.
I'm not knocking ramen.
No, ramen's good. So, speaking of good, bad,
Yeah.
what are you, anything from week 8 that you want to talk about? Remember, there's a few games that were weird.
I think for the most part we were pretty good. I mean, obviously, Giants lost Monday night. Did I see that? I did, but the Giants looked like they played their hearts out against a really good Steelers team. Had the ball last possession, and I guess it was a overthrown ball that got tipped into a pick. So good play on the Steelers defense to ending that drive because the Giants were moving the ball effectively. So I was confident up until that point that the Giants were going to go and tie the game and force overtime. I did want to speak of 2 games real quick. The Lions was laying a shellacking on the Titans 52-14.
No, they whooped that ass.
And the thing that caught me off a little bit is Dan Campbell did not pull his starters. He let them play through the entire game, and it was just nonstop. And then the Bills played the Seahawks and annihilated them. Like the score was 31-10. Excuse me, but it was really 31-3. Because the Bills pulled all their starters, they had their second and third stringers in, and Seattle had their starters in. So that game was 31-3 all day if Bills didn't pull their starters. So I think the Seattle is a fraud in their division. And that division can go really actually either way between the 49ers and Seattle. I think the Lions are going to run away with the division. We'll speak to it coming week 9 because Lions play the Packers for essentially the division lead. I mean, whichever team wins is going to either maintain their division lead or take it over.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Detroit has been a hell of a lot more consistent than the Packers.
Yes.
And Packers barely beat Jacksonville this week.
Oh, and the goddamn Jets lost to the Patriots. I think that was the game where me and you picked the Jets to win. And also Chicago-Washington game, which we were split on. And it would have been Chicago for a fluke, but to a fluke Hail Mary. So, I mean, it is what it only. Hey, Hail Mary is a play. It worked out to the Washington's advantage, and they pulled out the victory.
And another one that I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this freaking happened. Cleveland, Baltimore.
Yes, Cleveland. Jameis Winston got his start, and he took full advantage of it. And, we knew the Ravens were the better team going in, and Cleveland, not knocking their defense. Their defense has always been pretty consistent over the past few years, and they showed up and played both on both sides of the ball. So, I mean, congrats to Cleveland for ending that the 5-game win streak on the Ravens.
Yeah.
Now let's
it was a shocker, needless to say. We all thought Baltimore was, back on track, and then they go lose to Cleveland by 5.
But they probably already forgot about it. Hopefully, they're going to need to if they need to play, if they want to win this week. But yeah, Sunday nighter. Dallas was their own worst enemy,
as always.
Dallas lost against the Niners, which I couldn't have been happier about that. Eagles won. I think I picked the Bengals to win that game. I think we both did.
I had Philly. You had Cincinnati.
No, Philly handled that game. The second half, Philly just let loose.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. Like, field goal. It was 37-17. So
yeah, 20 points isn't exactly close.
No.
That's one more than 19, but one less than 21.
Yeah. Math checks out.
Yeah, it does. Pythagorean theorem.
Something about equations.
Yeah. Y equals mx b.
E equals MC hammered.
No, that was Pluck equals MC Hammer when she challenged you to a drinking contest.
I don't know what to say about that challenge that hasn't already been said about Afghanistan. Bad decision.
Bad. Like she's like, I can outdrink you, and you should be like, fucking really?
She was
like, I got nothing to lose here, lady.
You gotta prove it to me now.
You want to just keeping score? I think I just trailed along just to say like, yeah, I can outdrink her too. Just to kind of like, yeah. Well, I wasn't out drinking you. I'll be up front with that.
I wasn't even trying. I was.
And that's the scary part too. Is like your liver is just like, all right, turn off the tolls, just let it through.
And when I say I wasn't even trying, I mean like she had pounded like 5 or 6 before I was done with my second one. And then she tapped out. And I was like, okay. I just went about my day, kept going, and I think I tallied it just for myself.
Hey, if you're not doing it for anyone, do it for yourself.
Exactly. You got
to tell the story about the keg and going to Austin. Yeah.
Yeah.
The plan that was such a good plan, and it didn't come to fruition. And then this keg in the shower, and we tried keeping up with it for like a week. And I've never drank so much booze in a week time span than I did that week, trying to not waste that beer.
I bought so much friggin' ice for that fucking thing.
Yeah, I know. And the pain in the ass was every time you wanted to shower, it was you had to take.
I had it right in the middle of the room.
Oh, you did have the blue barrel.
Yeah, I bought the blue bucket, filled it with ice. It was like I was buying ice every day for this fucking thing.
Come on, Monaco, we gotta go. Yeah, you were doing some serious Big Bang Theory equations. Like if we each drink this amount of beers per day, it should be gone by this day.
Oh yeah.
You haven't
I don't
done
know.
that much math since high school.
I don't think I've done that much math since.
But it just shows how
But
dedicated you were to the cause
yeah,
of destroying our internal organs with alcohol.
we had room inspection at some point.
Oh, I
And so
remember
our first class Cardona. He comes in, and he knocks on the door,
that.
let him in, and here's this blue bucket with ice and a keg.
No, I don't have any problem whatsoever. I got it fucking figured out.
I think somebody's cowboy hat was on top of it. I don't remember. He was like, he looked at that. He looked at me. He looked at that. He's like, Reggie, what the fuck? I was like, sorry, I bought it. We didn't finish it. I can't return it empty. Would you like one?
Would you like one? Well, at least you gotta offer, right? I mean, you never,
Yeah, it's the only polite thing to do.
never don't offer a man another beer, especially a man in uniform. God
Yes,
damn it, he fought for your fucking rights. He
Yeah.
deserved.
he's a goddamn war hero.
Anyway,
So
sorry,
he laughed and did the inspection and he left. Released us for the day. I get a knock on the door. Open it up. It's Sergeant Cardona. He's like, so
How about that
about
beer?
that beer.
How about that beer?
Like, come on, Sergeant. Get up as much as you want.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I wish he
Okay.
would have deployed with us.
Yeah, he was. Look, I respect and I like Sergeant Myers, but he was a good leader.
Sergeant Myers it took her a little while to adjust because I believe she was fresh off the trail.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but she did adjust.
And she's a good leader. She's a good person too.
Yep. So week 9.
Tell you who isn't good people. The goddamn New York Jets.
No. Aaron Rodgers is gonna have to go find another dark room or something and do whatever he has to do. I don't know if it's hang like a bat and jerk off or whatever the fuck he does. But he's got to figure something out.
Yeah. I gave them the benefit of the doubt with Devontae coming to New York or going to New York.
I think we all did.
Yeah, that maybe, right off the bat, they're going to click. Nope.
They're not clicking.
Not this week.
The clicker
Another
is batteries.
Another playing Houston.
Good.
So we just beat the Colts. So
in Houston, they just lost Stephon Diggs to a torn ACL, but I don't think it'll matter. No, I wish him a speedy recovery, but it did. I did see it this morning. He did tear his ACL.
Yeah. Of course, you don't want to see anybody get hurt, but I don't think it's going to matter against the Jets either.
Jets are too much of a dumpster fire right now, and Houston is playing on all cylinders. The teams that Houston lost to are all other high caliber teams.
And all the teams that the Jets lost to is just about everybody else.
Yeah.
So Texans are my pick. What are you saying?
That's a Thursday nighter. That's going to be Texans. I'm going to go with the. Got to go with the.
I hope they prove us wrong, but
they won't.
Not holding my breath.
No, I wouldn't recommend doing that.
All right, Sunday games. Starting off with Dallas and Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Same.
Atlanta just sustained a loss to the Bucks. I believe they lost to the Bucks last week.
31-26.
So I think
they beat Atlanta won 31-26.
Oh, never mind. Atlanta's gonna just spank that Dallas pancake butt.
Dallas has the same problem that the Jets do.
Just
completely dysfunctional.
just with one game more.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna blow. You know.
America's team, my ass.
I don't know why they come up with that. Anyway, but yeah, that's gonna be Atlanta. Fucking Atlanta.
All right. Next game we have the Patriots versus the Texans.
No, it can't be the Texans. The Texans are playing the
Oh.
Jets.
Titans, excuse me. Titans. The mighty Titans.
I'll go Patriots.
Going Pats.
Yep. I think it can go. I think it can go either way, but I'm going to go Patriots. Drake May, I think, is playing. He's just getting outplayed. I don't think he's playing bad. It's just every time he plays somebody, they just happen to be better.
Yeah, coming off barely beating the Jets, and then the Titans getting their asses handed to them. It's a game you could probably miss and not miss anything.
I won't be watching it.
I will go with the Titans just to balance out the garbage.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's okay.
Raiders versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals.
And
Bengals. Kitty cats.
I'll go back to my usual pick. Sticking with the Raiders. Is that
couch been treating you well?
What?
Is that couch been treating you well?
It's a very comfortable couch. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
No
seeing
reason.
as how they barely lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, try to rationalize my pick. But
Hey, Katie. Yeah, your husband's picking the Raiders, but they're just going to lose, and I think you should still kick him onto the couch. Because fuck Joe. That's why. All right, cool. Sorry. Next game.
you are a good friend.
I'm here for the people. Just call me the Rock.
None of the people. Next game. Broncos Ravens.
Ravens are going to get back on track.
Agreed. I think they're going to come into this game pissed off.
Yeah, Bo Nix is playing his heart out, but the Ravens are the superior team in that matchup.
Okay, another trash game. Chargers Browns.
Browns?
Going with the brown eyes.
Gotta go with the old cigar burn. Let's go, balloon knots. Let's go.
I'm going to go with the Chargers. See if they could keep the winning. Have some kind of winning streak going. And yes.
You still dog sitting?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I haven't seen that one dog in a little bit, so I better not piss somewhere.
I haven't seen that one dog in a minute.
All right, Saints Panthers.
Saints.
Okay.
That's a I had to think about that. I'm like, they're two horrible teams right now. Saints got off to such a great start too, and then just what happened?
The Saints happened. So that was you?
No, one of my appliances just sung. I was like, what the fuck? But both of them are off.
I heard that too, and I was about to turn around and be like,
Nope, that was
Is
either
that
my
better?
washer. It was either my washer or dryer, but none of them were running. But the cat came out of the laundry room, so that's only one explanation. The cat must
The
be drunk.
cat. Yeah.
I got to go
I've
with the
had
Saints. I think the Saints are going to get their third victory of the season over the Panthers.
Wouldn't be hard. Giggity. All right. Bills, Dolphins.
Bills.
Agreed.
Don't even let you finish. Bills. Bills by $1 billion.
I don't even think we need to go into more
Did you
why.
see the division records right now? Bills are at 6-2, and second place is 2-6. They have, I believe, like a 4-game lead on any division teams. And remember, the experts picked the Jets.
You know, on paper at the beginning of the season, I can't blame them. But what needs to happen is the Bills need to lose all the rest of their games, and the Jets need to win 5 more.
For something that, like, I guess you call that the miracle of the AFC East or something. I don't know. But the way the Jets are playing, I mean, they'll be fortunate to get to 500.
Yeah. If they get to 500, that'll be a miracle.
And we can't because it's a 17-game season. So, I mean, they'll be lucky to even pull out, I think, 7 wins at a minimum. They'll be fortunate. 7 wins.
Yeah.
And I am highballing.
Just rolling your eyes. Speaking of the East, the AFC or the NFC East, Washington versus our Giants.
Fucking Giants.
You know what? I would say there's a chance, but I'm going with Washington.
Well, they hung in there. Well, they couldn't score a touchdown against Washington last time. They wound up with field goals, and if they would have had 1 touchdown, they would have been the game. So I think the Giants lost on Monday night. You know, I think competing with a 5-2 team maybe put a little, all right, we can keep up. We can play hard against these good teams. So maybe I'll call that my upset of the week.
Joe's hot pick of the week.
Giants 48, Washington 3.
Okay, I'm writing it on the paper.
Don't write that score on the paper, you freaking idiot. It'll be, I think the Giants victory, it's going to be probably like a 24-20 game. Like the Giants are going to get it by, 3 to 4 points.
You're going to fumble it and then kick it all the way down to the end zone.
I was like the Steelers game. Like Russell Wilson fumbled. And I'm like, the Giants recovered. I'm like, here we go. Like, this is exactly what we need. Then they fucking didn't. They mustered a field goal. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Every time I watch the Giants just kind of flounder in the red zone, I think of the movie Goodfellas or Casino, where they bring in Joe Pesci into that one room.
Yeah.
It's like, but that every time. So it can happen multiple times a game, and we're going into week 9. So how many times have we fucking died?
It's like they have this amazing, 3 to 5 minute possession marching down the field like they know it, like they're a competent fucking football team. And then all of a sudden they get within the 10 and they forget how to play fucking football.
Yeah, like they're going for that 2-point conversion where they sent everyone over to block for Malik. And I was like, what are you? I'm like, that is not a play. What that's what you see in like elementary school football. Like that almost reminded me of Red Rover.
You might as well go over to the other coach and be like, okay, we're giving it to this guy.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't, known by the fact that Malik was lined up behind all these guys, and then they didn't even jump when the guy rushed through when they hiked it, and just, it's okay. So they're borderline special, and that's fine. So anyway, Giants.
All right. Next
That's
game, another I think would be an easy pick for both of us. Jacksonville at Philadelphia.
I was gonna say Eagles. And if somehow Jacksonville pulls it off, God bless them. Because they,
I don't think Jacksonville will have enough time in Philadelphia to get a cheesesteak, let alone score a touchdown. But you know what? If they come out and friggin' just say, okay, this week's got to be the week, I'll be like, the fuck?
yeah. I'll look at him a little bit and be like, okay, really? Now?
Now you want to turn it on? Bears Cardinals.
I'm going with Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Going with Cardinals. Going with coffee. It's gonna be a long day, Tater.
Mm-hmm.
I got a nap in today too, so
Lucky you. Good for you.
well, I know we got a time difference, but I've been up, got up at 5:30 and all that, and then got the kids ready for school and got them off, and then I went back to bed.
I mean, I would.
That's what I did.
I want to take a nap later.
Take a nap now. Hey, Raz, are you done eating? Why does your breath smell like ass?
Why do any dog's breath smell like ass?
Well, his especially, because that dude likes to eat some dog shit.
Yeah. I always wonder what possesses a dog to look at their own shit and say, you know what?
Round two.
Yeah, I think there's a couple pieces of freaking kibble in there that I haven't digested yet.
Well, they go for
it. Yeah.
But he's
speaking of shit, I'm going to go with the Bears.
Okay.
Rams Seahawks.
Divisional game, but I'm going to go with Rams. They got a healthy Cup back and a healthy Puka Nacua.
Huh?
Yeah, Rams. They got a healthy Cooper Cup, and a healthy Puka Nacua.
Gesundheit.
This is why I should have done a toast at your wedding.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Rams too.
I think there's a reason why I didn't do a toast at your wedding.
There's so many people that I'm glad didn't do a toast at my wedding.
I better be the top of that list.
If a lot of the guys were able to come, I'm so glad that they weren't able to do it.
I told you from the very beginning, I go, when you get married, I'll be there. I didn't say if you get married. I always said when, because you were always such a go-getter.
Hey, I am nothing but motivated. So.
And he was like, hey, I'm getting married. I'll fucking be there.
And that's why you're a friend.
Then I got to see the armpit of America for one last time. That's cool too. Fucking jug handle, left turn, fucks.
Yeah, I know they do some crazy shit up there in Canada, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
it works.
Turn right to turn left. Who knew?
You know what? Cuts down on accidents in a very aggressive driving area.
Yeah, the Garden State Parkway. Yeah, fucking aggressive drivers. Ooh.
But looking at potential car crashes, Lions, Green Bay.
Lions.
Yeah, go Detroit too. At this point, if you're betting against Detroit, I don't know what to tell you.
Shut up! I made a joke like the robot, there's going to be an uprising. I think my wash is going to turn into a fucking Decepticon.
My wife asked me why I carry the gun around the house. In case the toaster attacks us. She laughs, I laugh, the toaster laughs.
Shut the toaster.
Colts, Vikings.
Vikings.
Vikings are going to be shooting the Colts, I tell you what.
Well, I mean, that was a pretty missed face mask call in the end zone with the Vikings last week against the Rams. Because we both picked the Vikings to win that game last week, and the Rams won.
You know what? That was. Or I wrote it on the paper.
Yes, the always. Do you sign that or get it notarized? Because that wouldn't put it past you.
No, not that in, not that far in yet.
Okay, yeah. One can dream.
Where is? Oh, anyway. Oh yeah. Anyway, Monday night.
What night?
Monday night.
Monday nighter. Okay.
Kansas City, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Oh, you're going against the grain on that one.
Yeah, because I like to see Patrick Mahomes cry. With the frog sounding fuck.
It ain't easy being green.
Nobody gets mad when a call is called correctly. He cries.
Tell me where we've seen that fucking before. Brady 2.0.
What's that?
Brady 2.0.
Oh yeah.
He's been listening to too much Taylor Swift records.
But he's not playing good ball. He is actually playing subpar, and the team is picking him up, which is quite the opposite of what it was the past couple of years, where it's like the team has been all right, but he has been the one bringing the team up. So, the Bucs are a good team, and I think Baker Mayfield, he leads the league in touchdown passes. Yeah, whoever would have thought. As a side note, my son, he finds the podcast and watches it.
Does he?
Yeah. So, hi, Caden.
Hey, Caden.
Don't repeat whatever we said, and don't ask questions either.
Yeah. It's better to forget.
Yeah.
It's just like Joe's hairline. It forgets to grow.
I don't think it forgets to grow. It just can't.
Because it forgot.
It's got early set dementia.
All right, so that's week 9. Week 8 is in the books. We still got a few surprises, but we pretty much at this point know who's going where.
I want to talk about real quick. Yes, for the NFL, yes, for sure. The teams are shaping up. I haven't seen this many 2-5, 2-6 teams. So that's new. But what the fuck's going on with the Yankees?
Dude.
I'm the series
I'm so glad they decided to wake up last night.
Yeah, and they woke up with a vengeance. 11-4.
11-4.
So it's like, oh yeah, we can play.
Yeah. Like I don't know.
In typical New York fan fashion, the guy ripped the ball out of the guy's mitt.
Dude, I would like to say this to anybody that happens to see this, any of our half a dozen viewers.
We appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
shout out my name.
And I appreciate you, Caden. I cannot stress this enough how much I do not approve of what those two friggin' assholes fucking did. There's 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 no room for that.
No, grab the player's wrist. And the other guy was forcing the guy's mid open, trying to get the ball.
Yeah, like it's one thing if you see the ball coming and you're like, holy shit, the guy's hitting a home run. I'm gonna put my glove out to try and catch it and accidentally get in the way of it. That's one thing. It happened in the Orioles Yankees in '96.
That's what I was gonna say. Like a kid, and he made like national news with that because
Yeah.
his mitt went and got into a player's mitt and caught the ball, and they deemed it a home run.
Yeah, and I think that what they said was, if I remember correctly, they said it was going to be a home run anyway.
That ball was awfully low.
It would have hit the top of the friggin' the wall, and they're like, look, if it was going to hit the top of the wall, even if it bounced back in, it would have been a home run. That was their, if I remember correctly, their argument. And then, probably the most famous one was friggin' Bartman in Chicago, which I don't think 30 some years later guys recovered from that. But the actions of those two guys, unexcusable.
I think I did see or something like one of them got banned from going to a Yankees.
They absolutely. I can't.
For how much
I can't
money
argue against that.
they paid to go to the World Series for those seats, which are probably phenomenal seats.
Oh,
and you're going to do something completely stupid as to jeopardize, to try to jeopardize a game. And then the one guy arguing, saying it was over the line, over the wall. No, the guy reached over the wall to catch it, and he caught it. It was caught well before they started trying to interfere. So that, the umps made the right call, saying it wasn't out.
Hey, calm down.
But
yeah, the fact that the guy had it, the Betts had it, and it wasn't like Betts and the fan were both going for it at the same time. You know what I mean? And the fan accidentally interfered. Okay, look, I'm so sorry.
This was malicious.
Yes, and the guy spent like $5,000 to not make it past the first inning and to get banned. I hope he's fucking happy.
A wise investment.
Yeah, and ultimately at the end of the game, it that out or whatever was.
It was deemed an out.
Yeah, it in the grand scheme of it meant nothing. You look at the score, but
it's the fact that it just the individual trying to be, that's where New York fans get the bad name. Like they're it's similar to like Philly fans. Like this is why the two people's acts. Now all of a sudden the whole entire stadium filled with Yankees fans. They act like those two.
Yeah.
When you got kids, 10, 11 years old watching a World Series, but,
and then they see that on TV. You're like, the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Let's see if they can pull it up tonight. Because they need to. They need to. I mean, they have to. If LA wins, it's over. Series,
yeah.
They lead the series 3-1.
I always said, and me being a Yankees fan, stuck out here. Stuck is the wrong phrasing, but being out here in California, especially the lower half of California, it's Dodger country, and even Dodgers fans are telling me like, and agree with me, like game 1 was a hell of a ball game. Like, I'm not even mad the Yankees lost that game. You know what I mean? Like, lose at the bottom of the 10th to a grand slam. Like anybody that grew up playing baseball, little league in the neighborhood, like you dream of shit like that. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, bases loaded, you hit a grand slam, right?
To win the game.
Yeah, to win the game. And so I'm like, that's World Series baseball right there. But after that, they just did not show up for 2 games.
Nope.
At all.
Well, let's hope they play better tonight. Because regardless, I mean, they're playing in New York, and if they happen to tie the series, they go back to LA for Game 7.
Yeah, the tonight's in New York. They have a day off. They're off on Halloween. They go back to LA for the last 2.
Oh, last 2, sorry.
Yeah. So
here's to rooting for the Yankees, trying to chase number 28.
Yeah. And like I said, even if they lose in 6, as long as it's, tit for tat, friggin' lose by 2 at the bottom of the 9th or something like that, I'm okay. Like, I'll be okay. As long as they come to play,
Yeah, but do not score, don't score, don't wind up with 0 and lose, 4-0 or 5-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm watching McAfee right now, and they just put up a tweet from Jesse Rogers about those two asshats.
Yep.
They're banned from the stadium, but they will be refunded their money.
See, I don't think they should be refunded their money.
Yeah, like, I mean, you could say the banning is punishment enough, but still, like, I wouldn't refund their money either. I'd give it to like freaking charity or something.
Yep. I gotta run.
Okay.
And
neither of us really run anywhere.
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
All right. Well, you have fun, bud. Have a good night. A good day and night at work.
You enjoy your day off.
I'll try. And same time, same place next week.
Yep. My house.
All right. Sounds good. So see you then. Same warrior time, same warrior location.
Yep. That's it.
Peace.